Hello and welcome to American Beer TV, where we are going to talk about some American beer. That's right.
All over the place. We've got 2 East Coast and 1 West Coast here.
Yeah.
We're going to do a kind of a vertical here.
Yeah.
Of Saison. Is it a vertical if it's the same damn beer? Or is it a horizontal? Yeah, whatever. We've got the same beer brewed at 3 different breweries as a collaboration between them. We got the Saison de Boeuf.
Yeah. So this is Stone, Victory, Dogfish Head. The cool thing about this is collaborations always bring brewers together. So here on the West Coast, we get a chance to get a feel for Victory and Dogfish, and back east they get a feel for Stone. You know. Another thing too, we were talking about earlier is the distribution. So it also gives the distributors, you know, out here a chance to.
You want to pour them all?
Yeah, let's do them all so we can taste them sideways. So it gives you a chance to, you know, those who don't get a chance to drink Stone, you can drink Stone or vice versa.
Yeah. Now the interesting thing is these are all the same recipes, but they're all brewed at their own respective breweries. So the first one we have, and I'm keeping this all in the same order, all going from left to right, is Dogfish Head. It was, ironically enough though, it was brewed first at Stone's. However, it was released in March for Dogfish Head. It was released in April for Victory, and it was released in late May for Stone. And they did a team up with the distributors so that wherever one is distributed, all of them are going to be distributed. So last time they did this was in 2010, and we were only really able to get the Stone one. But this time we're able to try them all, which is kind of neat. So then that begs the question, which I know I asked when I first saw this, is what's the difference? You know, why would you
That's
buy one
what we're here to find out.
That's what we're here to find out. Now, I just poured these, and looking at them, the Stone to me looks hazier.
Yeah, the Dogfish and the Victory probably look exactly. All of them have the same color, but yeah, Stone has.
And Victory's, it seems like on both of our glasses, Victory's head retention, not quite as much as either Dogfish Head or Stone.
Yeah.
So it looks like actually Dogfish Head has the best head retention. Stone has the second. So.
And then Stone's is 7.7.
Yeah, it says 7.7, whereas the other ones are 6.8. Okay. So I'm not sure if that's any kind of a legality thing going on.
Better extraction out of their mash tun.
Could be. You know, different breweries. Now these are all brewed. They're all saisons brewed with parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme.
Parsley.
Yeah. Like the old
you
song.
Put parsley in beer. It's crazy.
It's Scarborough Fair. It's a song. It's an old song.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. So, let's get into the.
Yeah. Let's do the nose of each one.
Oh, you want to do nose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do the nose of each one.
Definitely herbaceous. Still got the saison crispness, that maltiness coming through, but there's still that herbal quality to it. Victory's a little different. It's got something a little different going on there.
I think they're all slightly different.
Victory
the Dogfish Head seem to be probably more aromatic than it.
Yeah, and the Victory has a kind of a mustiness going on, a little tiny bit. Stone, yeah, it seems Dogfish Head, I would say, has the best aroma.
Seems to have. It seems to be brighter.
Yeah.
You can smell the malt characteristic a little bit more.
Ironically enough, it's also the oldest one, I think.
Okay.
So let's get in and taste them here. So here's Dogfish Head. I give Dogfish Head the best aroma.
The Stone seems to be more of a pungent aroma.
Yeah.
But yeah, best aroma seems.
Yeah, I'm picking up more of the sharpness from the herbs, but it's also a month or 2 younger.
Yep.
That could be.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's get into the cheers.
Wow. Herbs come through right off the bat. As soon as that touches
really nice.
Tongue.
It's very nicely balanced.
Wow, Saison farmhouse ale. This really does bring you back to that earthy farmhouse, like sweet, fresh air, floral, all that stuff really comes through.
I'm getting almost a creamy
That's what you get on the nose. That sweet maltiness, it comes through in the flavor of this.
It is. It does have a sweetness to it, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a sweetness. But yeah, it is. It's kind of a nice sweetness.
It coats your mouth.
It's got a real nice mouthfeel. I like it a lot. So
cool.
That was very nice. Let's go into Victory. Cheers. Cheers.
Now we've had this one in our mouth already, so.
But I think this is a little lower on the mouthfeel. It's not as, it doesn't have that doesn't quite have that creaminess that we were talking about with the Dogfish Head. It is a bit drier. I'm getting up more hops.
Yeah, I was
more bitterness.
More of an aftertaste that kind of leaves a little residual hop bitterness on your tongue.
Yeah, but still very nice, very drinkable. You can tell that these are very similar beers. And bear in mind, guys, we're really trying to analyze the hell out of this. These are all the same styles. These are all the same recipes. So we know we really have to dig in and look for every little nuance that we can. So if there's anything that we're picking up that's different, we're commenting on it. We're really trying to look. So normally you wouldn't pick apart a beer quite as much unless you're judging it, but Stone. Doesn't have that lingering hop quality.
It's almost in between the two.
It is. It's got a little bit of the creaminess, but it's not as creamy as the Dogfish Head. It's dry like the Victory, but without the hop finish. Victory, ironically enough, Victory has the most hop finish.
This one comes across to me as being really herbally, whereas the Dogfish had a really nice malt backbone to it.
Right.
This has a lot of like effervescent, like herbal quality.
Yeah.
God, I couldn't get that effervescent herbal quality.
It does. It does taste really green without tasting hoppy.
Yes, exactly.
Which, I mean, these are all the same herbs that are in there. So I am picking up a subtle hop bitterness back there.
No, it's
but it's not as much as the
Dogfish really didn't have
hardly
any hop characteristics, whereas these two do.
Right.
Can you tell the 1% difference in alcohol? There is something different about the Stone. I mean, maybe it could be that is 1% higher in alcohol.
It could be. It's 0.9%.
Okay, which one's better?
Now that's what we've done so far is basically analyze the flavor properties of each one against each one, but without a judgment characterization as to this one's better because of X. That's only going to be a personality thing. What do you like? If you like creaminess, it would be the Dogfish Head. If you like hoppiness, it would be the Victory. If you want a good balance between the two and a little extra alcohol punch, it would be the Stone. They really are very similar beers, but they do have their differences.
Going back and smell them all again. The nose on the
the Dogfish Head smells really perfumey now.
The Dogfish Head one.
Do we have any cups? Like the plastic ones?
The little clear ones?
Yeah.
No, I've just been using the paper ones. The Dogfish one, to me, doesn't, as far as the nose is concerned, isn't quite as unique as, especially I think the Stone is the most unique as far as the nose.
I think because the herbs really come through.
Yeah.
In the Stone.
That's
so
probably
that
because
herbs
it's so fresh too.
It could be, yeah, because the herbs come through more, whereas the Dogfish Head has had some more time to mellow out.
It reminds me of like the nose.
It's almost like a buttery chard.
Yeah, but it has like this like Pilsner quality.
Yeah, I can see that a little bit, but not in a bad way. Normally, if we say Pilsner, it's a bad way. But.
No, like a really fresh Pilsner, like even Pilsner or Kel has that kind of honey quality to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think
I like the Dogfish.
I do too.
I'd say like personal
I think it's
opinion.
more subtle and a little more sophisticated. And that
Personal
could just
opinion. I would probably go with a Dogfish.
be.
As just a personal, if it was the last beer on earth, if I had to drink it type of thing. I hate picking beers.
No,
but
I
I'd
hear you. I
say
understand.
If
Out of
I'm
these
going to do
three,
a personal opinion, I would
And-
probably say, as balanced and all of that stuff, I would probably pick, if I were to judge which ones were the best, I would probably pick the Dogfish over 'em.
right? I think
The
it's
most unique flavor characteristics is the Stone by
Right.
far. But
because
could be the
it could be that extra month of aging. It could be that with the Saison, with the Stone, or extra 2 months of aging, if you will, because this was March and this one's late May. So with this one, those herbal qualities haven't had time to mellow out, and in the Dogfish Head, it is more subdued. It is a little bit more mellowed out, and it seems more sophisticated because those qualities are more mellow and kind of blended together.
Right.
Whereas I'm really surprised at the hoppiness of the Victory. If anyone was going to be more hoppy, I would have totally expected it to be Stone.
I don't know. Victory makes really hoppy.
Yeah, that is true. They do. But it's supposed to be the same recipe, so it should be
It
the same
tastes
amount
like
of hops. They really do. I mean, these nuances that we're picking out are real subtle.
The color is freaking identical.
I would say that the Stone is just a hint.
But I think that's because
hazier.
of the haze, though.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
just
mean,
a
the
hint
actual
hazier, but-
color, if it was
Yeah.
completely bright.
and they're all pretty.
But it could be that these have been sitting in a cold storage for that much more
Yeah.
time as well,
Yeah,
and this is still lagering out
Yeah.
a little bit too.
Could be.
So,
so I think this is a kind of a fun experiment
it's awesome.
to try these three beers side by side, because there are. I'll be honest. When I picked these up to do this experiment, I thought, it's gonna be really dumb if they're all identical. Yep, that was the same. That'd be kind of a. But each one does have their own little nuances on them, and so if you buy this and you're gonna drink one of these, you
Probably
would
wouldn't
never guess the nuances. If you buy this one on and drink it on Friday, and this one on Saturday, and this one on Sunday, you'll probably not
think
get
they're
the
the same
nuances.
beer.
However, if you get all three of them and you sit them down and you really analyze it, you'll be able to pick up the differences in the
You
beer
need to
from
have
the
a
brew house.
Saison do both party.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of fun. It's really neat to see how the brewing process with the exact same recipe can change. It could be that
The pro
somebody.
brewers maybe think about this experiment too as like their brew houses though too.
It could be.
Like my equipment does this and this
Yeah,
equipment does
and
that.
it does. And it could be that maybe Dogfish Head set their fermenters at 68 degrees, and Stone set their fermenters at 70 degrees or something like that, or 65 degrees and 68 degrees or something. And that 1 or 2 degrees difference maybe is what got them the extra percent out, or 2% out, or a couple of degrees of difference. We don't know those nuances, and we really have to try to find that out. And this is what quality assurance people do at breweries, is they'll taste different batches of the same recipe, and they try to pick out A, the different flavor profiles with them, and then B, they go back and they look at anything that was different in the brewing process, and they try to pin out this flavor profile arose because of this change in the brew process. And
Right.
so we're really kind of getting into the quality assurance kind of mindset, and it's fun to do.
I'm having a great time.
It's good. I mean, and they're all really good beers in their own right.
Wow. Cool.
Very nice.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Go out
guys.
there and drink 3 different kinds of craft beer at once.
Woohoo!